but you're still low-key on the phone trying to make sure that your Viagra prescription can get filled. Like, can we just keep it a stack? Hey guys, it's Symphony and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Thank you guys so much for clicking on today's video. As you guys see, it is a new series of sorts. I mean, you guys know I've always gotten on my channel and talked my opinions, talk trash about different things, and I sometimes have wine. So welcome to this official Wine Wednesday. We are going to drink wine. We are going to talk about a topic which, if you guys saw the title, I'm sure you're like, what is she going to say? So we're gonna keep it cute, we're gonna keep it classy. Leave any opinions in the comment section below. I totally encourage like just having conversation with each other and throwing out different opinions, because opinions are what makes the world go round. And if we're not open to other opinions and things like that, then we can never, like, I guess, come to a common ground, and we can never like learn from one another. So definitely leave any comments down in the comment section below, your opinions, your take on it. Before we get any further, make sure that you hit that subscribe button. Okay, as you see on my numbers, like, we're coming up on a little something something, so make sure that you hit that subscribe button down below. I promise you will love it here. We don't always talk about, like, I don't want to call them like feminist things. Like, I feel like, why in this society does it always have to be like a political, like, we don't always talk about women's stuff, but I'm a pretty girly person and I like to talk about women's issues, and the majority of my audience I saw on my dashboard are women. So we talk about women things, we talk about makeup, we talk about our opinions. The women in my comments are bomb. Like, we share our opinions, we write paragraphs back and forth. We drink wine. Don't judge me, okay? I'm 23, keep it on the hush, but I'm 23. We drink our wine, we have a good time. But yeah, thank you guys for clicking this video, thank you guys for watching, and we are just gonna get into it. I'm drinking sangria. I didn't even go flex with my warmer. Okay, hang on, my warmer's not on. Yay, now we have our glow. Okay, so I ain't even gonna flex with y'all. I'm gonna keep it, oh, I'm short, so I kind of have to like sit on my foot. Okay, so I'm gonna flex with y'all. I'm not gonna hold you, I'm gonna keep it a stack, okay? I spend a grip on some wine. I do. I was talking to my mom on the phone today, and she was like, where are you going? And I was like, because she could hear me like doing my makeup, she was like, where are you going? Like, it's quarantine. I was like, to get some water and some wine. So today's video is all about, is being high maintenance or feminine a bad thing? By high maintenance, okay, by high maintenance I mean, like, stereotypically, like, a lot of these things I don't think are high maintenance. I just think are normal, or let me not say average, but are normal, like, things for a woman to do. That does not mean that all women have to do it. It's totally fine to have different aesthetics and what is it called, identities, ways, orientations, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, everyone doesn't have to be high maintenance, everyone doesn't have to be feminine. That's totally fine. But this video is just about, is being high maintenance or feminine a bad thing? Because of how I carry myself, I mean, obviously I don't think it's a bad thing, but we're gonna get into that. Being high maintenance, I don't call these things like, okay, let me just dive into what is high maintenance in this society, right? Being high maintenance, like a girl that keeps her hair done, a girl that keeps her nails done, a girl that keeps her makeup done, or that at least keeps, you know, a little bit of lip gloss or her brows together. She wears heels, she's bougie, she keeps a nice handbag, carries herself in a certain way, into the more girlier things of life, right? Is that a bad thing? Now, obviously, I'm going to be coming from a biased place. We're all coming from a biased place of sorts when we talk about our opinion, because we're all coming from certain, like, life experiences, our own aesthetic, our own way that we identify ourselves. We're all coming from different perspectives, I guess, and so therefore we're all going to have a certain type of bias. But I guess stereotypically, or to the majority of people watching this video, I would come from, I guess, the demographic or the group of people that's going to be most biased on this. That is my dog knocking things down. Okay, I'm coming from the demographic or the group of people that's going to be most biased because I have been called high maintenance, or I am what people would, I consider myself to be feminine. I don't know about hyper feminine. What is hyper? I guess hyper, not in a toxic way, but I like to be girly. So yeah, obviously I'm more of a girly girl, so I've had more of that experience. So I'm going to come from a place of saying that being high maintenance or being like hyper or ultra feminine is not a bad thing. Now, obviously I'm a black woman, right? And in the black community, I feel like in a lot of communities that are within the black community, because I can't say every community, especially in the United States specifically, right? And in a lot of these communities, if young girls are trying to be high maintenance or trying to be feminine or trying to get their nails done, trying to get their hair done, trying to wear makeup and lip gloss at what other communities might consider to be an appropriate age. I'm not talking about being 5 and being like, oh, I want like acrylics, like that's unnecessary. But what other communities would consider to be an appropriate age to have their nails done, like 14, 15, 16, wearing makeup, getting their hair done. In the black community, some sects of the black community, we consider that to be fast, or we consider that to be inappropriate or overly sexualized. Like there can be a little black girl with like cute hair and we'll be like, oh, that's too grown, like you're overly sexualized. And I'm definitely not trying to generalize my entire community, because it is only certain parts and only certain sections, and there's a lot that goes into that and why we are that way and why we do place those boundaries and rules and guidelines on young girls. Not saying that it's right, not saying that it should be so blanket, because I do think that a lot of times we strip young girls of their femininity and of who they could become. Like I was super into makeup at a young age, and I think that had my mom tried to make me think that like makeup, like, I mean, she didn't let me wear makeup until I was like 16, which is still a little late, but I'm not a mom, so it is what it is. But she never made me feel like makeup is like a bad thing and like you're covering yourself and like you hate yourself if you wear makeup. You get what I'm saying? And like I feel like had she done that, then I probably wouldn't be into the things that I'm into today. I probably wouldn't have the aspirations and the interests and the passions. And I mean, makeup just gives me such like a therapeutic experience. It allows me to express myself, and I mean, I just also just love it just because I love it. But I just think that a lot of times we kind of like ruin that girly stage for young girls, whereas for boys, when they're going through puberty, we're like, yeah, join this sport, join that sport, get this haircut, and we kind of let them grow and like get into cars and go outside with dad and like mess around with cars. But with young girls, we kind of like suppress the femininity aspect as long as possible, and then when she just kind of comes into it and there's no stopping it, it's just kind of like, yeah, she's into that. You get what I'm saying? Like, and all of that being said is kind of the preface to me getting into, is being high maintenance and feminine a bad thing? Obviously it's not, in my opinion. If you guys disagree with me, totally say it in the comments, but to me it's not. And I think that in my community per se, and if you guys aren't black, like totally let me know in the comments like how you feel like it goes like in your community. But I feel like in my community we almost make it a bad thing. Like if a woman, sometimes, you know, like if a woman is like a baddie, or if she's really feminine, she's really girly, and she's like got it going on and she's put together, we almost kind of like shun it, or we make fun of it, or we make fun of the process in which she went through in order to get there. Do you get what I'm saying? And I feel like that's just stupid. So I totally feel like this whole, if you guys are wondering like, okay, this is such a random topic, like where the hell did this come from? Earlier I was scrolling down Facebook, okay, and you guys know we're in quarantine, and for the past few weeks I've been seeing little like snippets hidden here and there, like kind of like getting at, and I get that it's all like in fun and games and jokes, but behind every joke is like some seriousness and are things that need to be discussed, right? So I've been seeing things kind of like, oh well, like, you know, this is what like the baller's girlfriend's nails, this is what they're looking like now. You know what I'm saying? Kind of like, because more feminine girls, as we know, like a lot of athletes do have very feminine women. We're saying like, oh well, like how do their nails look now? How does her hair look now? How does her lips look now that she didn't get her like lip injections? I've been seeing little things like that here and there, like through Twitter and stuff like that. So today I was on Facebook, and in my city there was a picture of the beauty supply store, which had just opened up either today or yesterday. There was a very long line of black women outside in line to purchase anything that you can get from a beauty supply store. You know, people were kind of like making jokes and being like, oh, they're there to get their weave, like look at how they're lined up. And there's woman after woman after woman, and it's like, okay, how, like, I get that it's a joke, okay, but like, let's dig deeper. There's absolutely nothing wrong with weave, in my opinion. I mean, obviously, but like, why are we acting like that's the only thing you can get at the beauty supply store? Maybe they're there to get lashes, maybe they're there to get lip liner, but obviously they're there to get something for their aesthetic or for beauty. You get what I'm saying? And it just seemed like people were making such a big deal and such fun out of it, and I'm like, what's funny? Or like, why are we joking about someone trying to like better themselves in their own head, or trying to be more feminine, or someone that's trying to dial themselves up? Like, you never know why anyone's there. Like, maybe she's there, it doesn't matter. Like, you're a grown-ass woman, you can be at the beauty supply store in line if you want to. I don't even know what weirdo is right. It was a man. Okay, I don't know what weirdo riding by wants to take a picture and like post it and be like, oh, look at these, you know, females at the wig shop. I mean, we'll get into that, the whole female thing, in a different video. But like, what, like, maybe she's there to like get dolled, to get makeup, to get dolled up for her like quarantine date with her husband. Maybe she's there to get some weave so that she can feel beautiful and feel nice for a virtual job interview. Maybe she's just there to get some eyeliner to sit in the house. Like, maybe she's getting makeup because she's a stripper and she's about to go back to work. Like, it literally doesn't matter. It's none of our business. But why is it so funny, or why is it seen as such like a bad thing to be more high maintenance or to be feminine? Because if it were on the flip side, men and women kind of like shun a woman if she's not put together. So we really can't win. Like, if you walk out the house just like hair, like you just woke up, and I get that like you can put yourself together without going like, you know, into other fake things. But if a woman goes to work with a bare face, like, honestly, I've definitely gotten stares before, and I've definitely felt the kind of like microaggression and like underlying like, like, you're here with no makeup, and then they're kind of like my hair can be done, my outfit can be nice, I clearly took a shower, everything like that, eyebrows fresh, just show up with no makeup, and it's like, oh, did you like not have time to get ready this morning? From men and women. So women really can't win by being all natural or by being hyper feminine. You get what I'm saying? Like, why is it so funny that they're in line? And I find it so strange that this is not even a man versus woman thing, it's just a human thing. But why do we as people, especially in my community, this happens in all communities, but speaking specifically for my community for a second, like, why do we bash on ourselves and be like, oh, well, all these girls are in the weave store, men and women? It boggles my mind to be a woman and like shame another woman for doing something that either you do or that you don't do. Like, if it's not your thing, it's not your thing. Like, me like walking around all the time with no makeup or like not getting my nails done, it's not my thing. Not because I'm insecure, but it's just not, like, I'm cute with and without, but it's just not my thing. But I'm not gonna go out of my way to like trash someone who's in line to get like Carol's Daughter products or to get Shea Moisture products. You get what I'm saying? Like, even though I don't wear twist outs, I'm not gonna shame you for getting your stuff because you do you and I do me. You get what I'm saying? So why are we making a post? I say you get what I'm saying so many times, I know. But why are we making a post saying like, oh, hee hee ha ha, this is so funny? But then when other people from other communities jump in, other people from other communities that aren't black people, okay, jump in and they're like, oh, haha, that's so funny, like, look at all these girls getting weave. Then we're kind of like, but we took the picture, we made the post, we think it's funny. But then when other people come on and they're like, oh yeah, like, look at all these black girls getting weave, then it's a problem. Like, that isn't, but we gave them the tools to trash us. I don't understand. I really don't get it. And like I said, it's not a man versus woman thing or a woman versus, it's just a people thing in general, because I can't even act like men are the only people acting like being feminine is a problem. You get what I'm saying? It's women as well. And I just don't understand the attack on women getting their nails done or being upset that they can't get their nails done during quarantine. I'm upset, and ladies, it's okay. Like, I get that there's all these things going on, but it's totally okay for you to be upset that you can't look the way that you feel like would make you look your best. So it's okay to be upset that you can't get your hair done. It's okay to be upset that you can't get your nails done. It's okay to be upset that you can't get your brows done or your lashes or your filler or whatever. I mean, don't put your life at risk and others' lives at risk by trying to like go to the nail tech's house and like kind of like let her do your nails real quick, because then you're swapping germs. But it's okay to just kind of like be upset and try to figure out how to make it work at home. And let's not act like getting those things done isn't self-care. Like, I think sometimes as women, specifically Black women, but also just women in general, we've been so conditioned to believe that taking care of ourselves, that makes you high maintenance. Baby, I'm taking care of me because this is how I like to look. This is how I like to feel. This is what makes me feel beautiful. If you feel differently, that's totally fine. But don't try to make it seem like, well, she's high maintenance, I'm glad that I'm not, da 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 da. Like, because she's doing what makes her feel good. Because you're going for a walk, you're going for a hike, you're going for a jog. You don't see like other people being like, well, that's why I'm glad I'm not in the fitness community because I don't have to do. I just don't understand shaming community against community. No one's getting mad at people. No one's getting mad at the women at Target buying a lot of natural hair care products. So why get mad at the girl at the beauty supply store for getting weave and makeup? It just doesn't. And of course, I'm biased and like, yeah, if I didn't wear weave and makeup, I probably wouldn't be making this video, but hey, it's content, so I don't care. But I think that there's two different perspectives coming from two different communities, let's say. For men, my question is, why make jokes about, oh, well, the women are like knocking each other over to go get their nails done and knocking each other over to go get different procedures done during quarantine, but you're still low-key on the phone trying to make sure that your Viagra prescription can get filled? Like, can we just keep it a stack? Like, why is that okay that you have to, no one's shaming you for trying to make sure that your performance is still up during quarantine, but you can shame women for trying to look the way that they want to look. Okay, I want a natural female. I want a natural female. Again with the female thing, let me see your phone. Like, this whole, well, I want a natural girl, I want a natural girl, and then you see, like, they low-key don't even know what they're asking for, because then they will say, like, I had a friend in high school, right? He was like, I want a natural girl, I want a natural girl. That's where this example is coming from. And then he like shows me a picture, and I'm like, yo, like, she has so many products on her face. Like, if you scroll down to the tagged products, you can see all the products on her face. Like, what exactly are you talking about? So from men, it's just kind of like, stay like in your, like, let women do what they want to do. You can be attracted to what you're attracted to. Now, again, it's not a man versus women thing, because we have our, you know, issues too. Why are we so mad at women for trying to like keep their hair and nails done? Why are we so like, I haven't even drinking my wine. Why are we so mad at women for trying to keep their hair done, their makeup done, and being like, that's too high? Like, who are you in competition with? Like, that is my question. Like, who are we competing with? You should be competing with you, not you competing with other women and taking your time out to be like, oh, well, all these girls are trying to get their nails done. Like, who are we in competition with? If you want to be natural, be natural. If you want to add things to you, add things to you. Because honestly, I don't care. Like, I can have weave, makeup, heels, nails, bag, the whole thing, and have so much respect for the girl next to me who's rocking her natural fro, who has no makeup on, who has no nails on, she has her fit or whatever, and I have so much respect for her because she's her, because she's doing her. And I'm like, hey, you're doing your thing, you're knocking it out of the park, I'm doing my thing, I'd like to think I'm knocking it out of the park. It is what it is. So I think that that's my end of the rant for today. I do want to keep it going though, like with just talking about femininity in general, talking about being a woman in today's society, not necessarily the political side of it, but just talking from like just girl talk. You get what I'm saying? Just talking about like how we can be a better community amongst each other and how we can lift each other up, because that's basically what this is about. It's like, let's not shame the next woman for doing something that we necessarily don't want to do or that we couldn't see ourselves doing. You get what I'm saying? Like, we're all sisters here. Let's just like help each other adjust each other's crowns. It doesn't matter. So yes, I think that that's it for today's video, you guys. If you like this video, please rate. That means like or dislike. Comment your opinions, comment what you think about femininity and being quote unquote high maintenance. Comment a video request. And please hit that subscribe button, you guys. It would mean the absolute world to me. Thank you guys so much, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye.